What up, dog? It's your man, Pat on the cam.
Still Kyle.
He's still Kyle. Welcome to episode, what are we on, 3 now?
3.
3! Woo! Episode 3.
Pat can barely count to 3.
3. Nah, I'm kidding. What up? How's life?
You heard.
Look, man, that's how we start the show, alright?
You heard about life. I can't repeat any of the life stuff.
His life is great. It's like going to Six Flags and getting on roller coasters, right?
I used to work at Six Flags. I don't like it there.
No, you don't like you rule on roller coasters for me. You know that, right?
Well,
because we were on a ride together, I was like, woo! And you just looked at me with the most... like somebody sucked your soul out face.
I've ridden it like 500 times. It wasn't
But
fun
you know my face, I was like, yeah. And I just got sad. I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. And then I did it to Kristen. I ruined it for her.
The most disappointing part was that I was next to you.
I feel like that made your day. You can't spell party without Pat. Think about it. You really can't. You need those letters to
How
form.
do you spell...
Eat a dick? I don't know. You tell me.
I was going to say, how do you spell party in Spanish?
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
going to say it that way from now on.
I'm not going to tell you. You got to figure it out on your own. Google it.
You know what it is, don't you?
I know what it is. I'm just not going to say it.
Oh, it's Fiesta. How the fuck don't I know that?
Why don't you know that?
I don't know.
You never been to one.
Never been invited.
Boom! So,
I almost just hit the table and knocked all the stuff over.
yeah, you hit the table, the mic's going to fall, so...
Pat would know. He did it twice.
Look, man, who sets the mic up like... Oh, hey, Carter, he did a great job. Phenomenal job.
But how's life for you?
Actually, I found out great information because I want to get out of my apartment. So this is great. I'm living on a month-to-month lease. So I didn't know that. So now, shit about to get real for them. I'm just going to dip up out of here. I can't wait.
Nice.
I'm like, poof, gone. Where the fuck is Pat? It doesn't matter. I'm out.
Where you going?
Don't know, don't care. Get the fuck out of here as soon as I can. Now I'm trying to. There's apartments near me. They're Cherrywood. Think about going there. And me and Carter constantly joke about that. Like, you should move to Cherrywood. Every time I say something sucks here, that's what he says to me. So think about going there.
Do you know people in Cherrywood?
I know people who live there.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but they moved. But they said it was nice. Only thing is everything's electric, which is that's not terrible.
Do you have to pay for the electric, or is that included?
Everything else is included, but electric, and you have to pay for electric. So, but I feel like that's not horrible because you make it think that you use a lot more electric than you really do. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out.
We use a lot of gas. I'm finding PSE&G sends stuff, and it like compares you to an what's the word I'm looking for? A moderate house,
right?
Like one that's efficient, and we're always way higher than like everybody else and everything. And I don't know why. Because
you cook a lot, wash a lot of clothes.
Well, so
take hot showers.
The stove has a pilot light, so it burns all the time.
Oh no, yeah,
because it's so old.
Yeah, that's right. You got the serial number with 2 numbers, right?
Well, that was a dishwasher, but that's coming soon.
Nice.
That's supposed to be delivered Monday.
Okay,
but I thought it was going to be installed on Monday. Apparently, a different company is going to install it.
So you don't got to do anything.
No, I don't do anything, but I just thought it was going to all be done that day. But then I have to make a phone call and have somebody else come out.
Doesn't that suck?
It's free,
but annoying.
It's annoying. But then the stove, the pilot light went out, and the house was filling with gas.
That's not what you want.
No. The PSE&G guy goes, it's probably the wind, just light it again. I was like, isn't that the worst thing you can do? He's like, no, that's what you're supposed to do.
No, like, before I got my heater fixed, I told these they're very nice people. I told these very nice people in this apartment complex that, I was like, yeah, my heat's not working. And they're like, oh, no, you're fine. So they kept coming out and just lighting the pilot or whatever. And I'm like, as soon as you leave, it's going to get cold. I said, oh, no, you're fine, you're fine. So one day I just got pissed. He came out, he lit it, he came back in the house. I said, stop, stand right there, because the vent is above his head. Stand there. Because I feel heat. Give it a second. Oh, it's really cold in here. Your heat's not working. No fucking shit. I already told you 80 million times it's not working. So they had to put a whole new unit in there. And luckily I haven't had any problems. Except now I have ants, but everybody has ants. But this guy is fucking weird. So the dude came here and he goes, hey, I heard you have roaches. And I was like, whoa, not here. And he was like, okay. I said, wait. So somebody has roaches? And he's like, no. And I was like, I don't like how you paused. Did somebody have roaches? He was like, no, you're fine. Somebody had fleas one time. They had mice. It's like all the fucking plagues are just coming to my house. I don't know. But I was like, yeah, I have issues with ants. He goes, okay, cool. I can fix that for you. He didn't do shit. He went in the bathroom. He said he sprayed. He probably went in there, sputtered around in a circle, looked himself in the mirror, and just left because I still had them in the bathroom. It's so fucking annoying.
So that made me think of 2 things. So one, where Steph used to work, they thought that they had mold. Like, people were getting sick. It was a really, really old building. People were getting sick constantly. Mm-hmm. The guy comes in and goes, "You don't have mold."
Dog, they don't do shit. What do you get paid for?
That was it. And then another time, apparently we thought we had bed bugs up at Bloomfield.
Oh, God.
And I'm driving back to Bloomfield, and Sean goes,
I
think we have bed bugs. My mom's like, "Don't come home."
Damn.
I was like, "Oh my God." Like, what?
I mean, that's fair. You really can't.
No, but like, we didn't have bed bugs.
She said, "Don't come." I love you.
That's
but don't
the
come to
worst
the
thing. You're driving back to school. I don't want to go back there.
Right.
And I might have bed bugs.
College sucked as far as answering any question on the phone. As you know, South Jersey. They're in North Jersey. I'm like, "Hey, is anything good? Do I want anything?" No one answers the phone. So me and Carter drove all the way up there. Go in the financial aid office. I think you called them, right? He called them. The guy literally didn't. He sees the phone ringing and just didn't answer the phone. So Carter just walks in there like talking to him. He's like, "Hey, guy, I need your help." I was like, "Yo, they were horrible." Like, and there's so many times we had to drive up there to get shit done, and they didn't have shit done.
There were multiple times I had to drive up there to pay my bill, like pay my tuition, because they're like, "Nah, we can't do it over the phone."
Dude, like, they told me I didn't owe anything. You know how you always go for the next semester? Yep. You're good, you're fine, you're good, you're fine. Name on the list for the dorm and everything. You're fine. You're fine. All of a sudden, my name is off the list. And I'm up there, packed all my shit, drove all the way up there, and they were like, "You gotta pay $10,000 before you can, like, move in." I said, "I don't have $10,000. They're like, "Well, you can't finish your semester if you don't pay." I'm like, I'm a college student. What the fuck? I don't have $10,000. So, you know how you have an individual major? They gave me $2,000. They're like, "Here, we'll just give you $2,000. You're fine." They're going to say that came off the back end of the bill, not the front end. I said, what does that even mean?
Just FYI, Carter, that's what your fine means.
Yeah, that's what it means when someone says you're fine. It's like, you know how it is, like, you ever see that meme with the dog? Where you're sitting in the house with the coffee and it's on fire? But someone says you're fine, that's what I picture.
That's what it means.
That's Carter's catchphrase. He's like, you're fine, everything's fine. I feel like when he just looking at us, and his head is screaming. He's like, "Ah!" But yeah, that's very strange of him. Speaking of strange things, Doctor Strange.
Segui.
Spoiler alert. Just giving it out in advance. We gonna talk about Doctor Strange.
We're gonna talk about Doctor Strange for a little bit.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched the movie, go see it. And if you listen to this podcast, you can't get mad at us because we said spoiler alert. I'm gonna say it one more time. Spoiler alert.
I'll even say it. Spoiler alert.
All right, we covered.
Spoiler
alert.
Alert.
Whoop whoop.
All right. Mm-hmm. If you have not seen the movie and you listen to this, you will not be fine.
Sucks to suck, bro. You've been warned.
All right, so Doctor Strange. People die. Lots of people die.
Lots of people
But we care about these people in the movie.
That shit was wild. Like, I liked it a lot. I see why you rated it the way you did, but it was like, I liked it because it wasn't your regular Marvel style movie. I like that. Like, you know, you seen Daredevil?
Yeah.
Like the show, how I like that.
That was a great show.
Yeah, so I like the fact that they're going that route. I thought it was pretty cool. The girl with the superpower who, you know, she could teleport. I didn't.
Oh, America Chavez.
I thought she was the other girl who could stretch her arms out. You know what I'm talking about?
Elastigirl or?
Yeah, no, you're thinking of The Incredibles.
Carter's gonna write it down for us.
What is her name? Is it
Elongate?
Camilla.
Oh, Kamala Khan.
Kamala Khan. Yeah, I said Camilla. Kamala Khan. Yeah.
That's Miss Marvel.
Yes.
That's who the show's coming out next month.
I didn't know about the show.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
but apparently, Kevin Feige said that the powers and how she gets her powers in the show are going to be very different than the comics.
That's cool.
But she is a Middle Eastern superhero from Jersey City.
I know. I played the game, which I took it back. It wasn't. No, it wasn't good. I can't even try to save it. The game was horrible.
But the show looks good. Yeah. She's never been in anything before.
Ooh, first time. Nice.
Like, honestly, the only reason people knew who she was because she has a Letterboxd account, which is kind of like social media for film critics. Mm-hmm. But anybody can comment and stuff. She commented on Captain Marvel one word, and it was kind of cryptic, and that's how they found her. And she reached out, kind of similar to how Simu Liu reached out for Shang-Chi, and they gave her the job.
Yo, Shang-Chi was a dope movie. Wait, we gotta go back to Doctor Strange.
Let's go back. Yeah, let's go back to Doctor Strange.
We have the tendency to go on tangents.
Got something over there?
That's what you want to say?
I saw you something. I saw you right.
Dude, is it fine?
Let's just say it's fine.
We're going to get him a laugh, guys. Oh, there's nothing on there. I think he's good to go. So, you go. I'm gonna go for you.
All right. So I have a few takeaways. One, it was supposed to be darker than it actually was.
What?
Scott Derrickson, who was the director of the first one, wanted to make it a full-on horror movie, way darker, way more graphic than what actually happened.
Right.
Which, compared to what it was, which was not crazy graphic, but compared to a Marvel movie, an MCU movie, very graphic.
I loved it.
I don't know how much darker they could have gotten away with for this without it being rated R.
Yo, it was just... I'm not gonna lie, the first Doctor Strange was cool, but I hated the ending. I'm gonna put
I'm trying
this...
to think what happened at the end.
He put the dude in a fucking time loop. That's how he beat him.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Dormammu was like, oh, time loop. I was like, that. So you have all this power, and I got the fucking diamond, or the, what is it, the Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
And you do time loops?
And I don't know much about the comics, but apparently Dormammu is like one of the biggest bads in all the comics.
He's a big bad villain. So the fact that they did that was dumb.
The villain was better in this one. It was a little tough to digest. Again, we said spoilers. Yeah. Wanda's the bad guy.
Wanda is the bad bitch.
But like they've taken such a long time to develop her character, very slowly, and gave her own show where she does sort of become the bad guy.
Oh yeah, watch WandaVision if you haven't seen it. Spoiler alert.
Like honestly, if you haven't seen that, you're out of the loop. It came out over a year ago.
You can't even get mad.
Well, I'm not even worried about spoiling stuff.
Not anymore.
But like, I was a little disappointed. I got that it was part of her character arc. But it's a character that you like, and she's an Avenger, and you kind of don't want her to go that way.
See, my whole thing is this: like, if once again, spoiler, but you know how when Professor Xavier went into her dream, it was like, or her mind, it was like, hey, and it was her inside the.
Yeah.
I think that's really Wanda in there. You know what I mean? I don't think that was the Scarlet Witch. I think she was trapped inside her mind because the book, I forget the book's called. Like, took over
the Darkhold.
The Darkhold. I think I had a hold on her and took over everything.
But I think... So that's when she was dreamwalking.
Right.
That's when she was...
You want to explain with that?
Yes, when you use Darkhold and you use dark magic to travel from your body into the body of yourself in a different universe.
Long distance.
So my take on that was the Wanda from that universe under that rock in the dream. Okay. And that she was trying to take hold of the body again. But ultimately... the Scarlet Witch Wanda gained control and killed Professor X.
What would they had to do my man like that? When he rolled out in the old school wheelchair, the yellow.
He did.
I was like, oh shit! And then he did with his mind, and the waves came out. They went.
I gotta write something down. Keep talking.
It was just I didn't. Okay, so I avoided almost everything possible about this movie because I didn't want to know shit. I'm at the stage now with Marvel where I'm like, when I watch movies, I don't want to know the characters, the color they have. I don't want to know a damn thing, so I can go in there and enjoy it. If I know anything, I'm going to pick it apart. Like, oh, okay, that's happening. So when that happened, I was just like, what? And
that was a long time ago they spoiled that, like the second trailer.
I didn't watch it.
Like I think the first official trailer that they spoiled that.
Yo, I shaved and I'm freaking itching because it's growing back in. My bad, but go ahead.
And then they spoiled most of the other ones. We'll just go through the cameos. So you get... First, you get Black Bolt, which if you haven't seen the Inhuman show, which I heard was a dud. I've never watched it. There's like 8 or 9 episodes.
It was good, but it wasn't like
he's a character that doesn't talk. If he does talk, you basically die.
You can literally just say, "I talk shit,"
right?
Blow up your whole body.
Or like he kills the other character. He kills Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange, by literally just whispering, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, that's the worst way to die. You apologize and kill me.
But like it is sad though.
I'm going to explain to you in a minute. Go ahead.
But like that is sad though, because he doesn't want to do it. He knows that he needs to do it. But then you have Captain Carter. You have Maria Rambeau's version of Captain Marvel. You have Professor X. And then what I thought was the biggest cameo was John Krasinski as Reed Richards. Because years ago, people were like fan casting him as Reed Richards.
Yeah, you're right.
And we really wanted it to happen. And his wife was being fan casted as Sue Storm, and she.
I swear you just said fantastic.
But she came out. And she was just like, "It's never gonna happen." So people were just kind of dismissed it, and they're like, "I guess it's never gonna happen." And then he showed up. But I literally was like, "Oh my god!" Like I was one of those nerds in the theater. Like I hit Steph and Dave at the same time.
It was the Carter and my boy Steve and his girl Gianna. And Steve and Gianna had seen it already. Okay. So I'm in there and I'm just looking at Steve Grant because when they said Illuminati, I'm like, oh shit. So what I was thinking in the original Illuminati, Tony Stark was in it. So I was like, oh shit, he's back for this movie. And then I realized Marvel was like, nah, bro, we got to pay you $2 million to put you in there for 5 seconds. So I'm not going to do that.
There was a huge rumor about that.
Yeah, so.
But not about Robert Downey Jr. Oh. It was about Tom Cruise taking the role. Because he tried to get an Iron Man movie in the 90s. And he was going to be the star.
Okay.
And there were rumors, and then there were confirmations that he was in it. He had 15 minutes of screen time, that he had agreed to be in it because he didn't want his face covered up, and he was going to be superior Iron Man. And, like, that's why the Iron Legion was there, because he had perfected it.
Oh, shit.
And he perfected Ultron and all that stuff. And then he just didn't show up.
Mm.
Like, that was one I was excited about.
Right.
Because Tom Cruise is a great actor.
Yes.
So I was excited for that. He finally was going to get to do, like, his dream role that he was trying to do 25 years ago. And just it didn't happen.
Right.
So
yeah, Steve grabbed my arm when it said Illuminati, and I was like, oh shit, this is about to be dope. But when Professor Xavier rolled out, I was like, what the fuck? I literally was like, what the fuck? And they just started laughing, because they looked at my face like, I don't know what Carter's face was, because, no, wait, this is fucking funny. So, it's a segue, but it has something to do with the movie. So, a long time ago, we were at a boy Steve's house in the basement. And there was a bee flying around the house. So, he ended up going in the ceiling, and he died, right? So, then he came back trying to move it again, and Carter goes, it's a zombie. So, I'm like, what the fuck, Carter, whatever. So, we always said that dumbass joke. So, when she got stung by a bee and teleported, Carter goes, bees? I'm like, I fucking hate you, dog. That shit had me dying laughing. It was so random, but I told you it was a segue to Carter shenanigans. Look at him. Look at his face. Shenanigans.
I'm disappointed in you.
Very.
That's beneath you, Carter.
That's a dad joke. You have no kids. But, that blew my mind when I saw Professor Xavier. And then I'm like, okay, so now the X-Men are going to be in there. That's cool. And now Deadpool's going to be in there, so they can make another rated R movie with him.
They have confirmed that.
Yep.
They confirmed that Ryan Reynolds is going to be the first person to both star in and produce an MCU movie. The same one.
He did, because he tried it a long time ago. We're not going to talk about that movie. It was trash. It was horrible.
Yeah, but it also wasn't MCU, really.
Right, it was Fox.
Yes.
Fox, didn't they have a contract? I heard there was a contract with Fox where it's like, hey, you get the Fantastic Four or whatever. You get to try this a few times. You keep fucking up. You got to get back to us.
Oh, I don't know if that's true or not.
I'm just saying, that's a dumbass contract to sign off on. All right, bet. Say less.
But so my question is now, because for people that don't know, I'm super OCD, and we have like 2,400 DVDs in our basement, and they're all in alphabetical order.
That's not a lie.
And
it's 100% fact.
It's awesome.
It's scary.
It's literally a whole wall in our basement, and then there's a separate one like in the back of our basement that's closed off. And there's an alphabetical order, except for like the film series. So like, I consider the MCU the Avengers series. Okay. So it's all under A. And then it goes in order. So like, but in timeline order. So like, Captain America is first.
Right.
Even though it didn't come out first, it takes place in the 40s.
Right.
And then Captain Marvel, because that takes place in the 90s. Mm-hmm. And now, spoiler for people that haven't seen Spider-Man, the Spider-Man movies are now in there. And they take place somewhere between they take place between Captain Marvel and the first Iron Man.
I love Spider-Man movies, but the placement between the two movies that I didn't like how they placed were the not the last one, the one was that Far From Home, that one and Black Widow. It's like, why? What was the purpose of these movies? Because that we all seen what happened with Thanos and shit, and then Spider-Man out of nowhere. I'm like, why would you put that out prior to that? It didn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm confused about the Spider-Man one.
So, you know how it was Infinity War where everybody got dusted or whatever, right? So it was like that already happened. So why? Because the Spider-Man movie came out after that or before that?
Came out after Endgame.
Right. And everybody got dusted in Endgame, right?
No, everybody came back in Endgame.
Really? I thought...
Yeah, because Far From Home is where Peter is trying to deal with the death of Tony Stark.
Right. So the other one that... Okay, I got you. I got them confused. But it was one of the movies...
You think about Ant-Man?
No.
Because Ant-Man came out between Infinity War and Endgame.
No, it was a Spider-Man when he was on the bus. And he got out the bus and his arm hair went up. And he was like, oh shit, this big-ass donut.
That was in Infinity War.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
That's
where he's like, Ned, I need a distraction, and he starts yelling, we're all gonna die. That's in Infinity War. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like one of them came out of order, but I know Black Widow.
Black Widow came out way out of order.
That didn't need to happen.
It was. I mean, it was a good movie. I liked it, but it was unnecessary. In the Florence Pugh is like very average looking.
To each his own. But
so my big question is now back to the DVD thing. I fully planned to move all of the X-Men movies into the MCU, like reorganize them. Do you think that the X-Men movies, the Fox X-Men movies, are now MCU? Like the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies are in MCU?
That's a good question.
It's tough because now that it's a multiverse, it could very easily
be
a Professor X from a different universe that had nothing to do with those movies.
See, the multiverse is the biggest cop-out possible. Because it's like, now you're like, you know what? This could have happened. This could not have happened. Then it's going to be this. Then it's going to be that. So it's just like...
One of the guys that I worked with, like he was saying, you're never going to be able to replicate the same feeling of when Tony Stark died. Never, ever. Especially because that doesn't even matter now, because he can still exist, the same exact actor from a different universe, and be part of it. Mm-hmm. You can never do it again. Mm-hmm. And then he also mentioned what I thought was interesting. I didn't think about it. Why didn't Strange scroll through the universe essentially and find Quicksilver?
For what?
Why? Like that would be a very easy way to have gotten Wanda out of going crazy.
Oh,
bring her brother back.
That's a good question.
Because he guaranteed lives and he exists in another universe. Mm. If she exists in every other universe, he has to exist in at least one.
That's what I'm saying. Like the whole universe thing is a cool topic, but it's like so many loose ends. Like for an example, in the last Spider-Man movie, you realize that in the beginning, Peter was like, "Oh man, I wish they would do a spell where everybody forget me, but don't forget I'm A and everything else." And then at the end, the same spell that you wanted before is what fixed everything. So it's just like,
yeah,
it was a dope movie. I love that movie, but I'm saying like, so it was like you used the same shit to fix the problem in the first place. So it was like it didn't necessarily have to happen.
I did hear a thing the other day that I hadn't thought of, but makes complete sense. At the end of Loki, when He Who Remains, when he dies, the Time Variant Association is no longer running smoothly.
Right.
So that's the only reason that anybody from the other universes are able to come into this universe, because the TVA would have dealt with it immediately,
right?
But because
Loki and his significant self,
because Sylvie ended up killing him at the end, there was nobody to control that.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
So I didn't really put two and two together, like how connected those two things were, but it makes complete sense.
But that's why I love Marvel, like down to the smallest thing is like it all connects. But we keep going off back to Doctor Strange. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool how there was different forms. Like, did you watch What If?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
When it started happening, I was like, what if it's real?
Yeah.
But it was just I thought it was dope, and I joke with Carter saying that Doctor Strange is like the babysitter of the Marvel Universe.
He is, yeah.
Because he had to take care of Spider-Man doing stupid shit. Now this girl.
Well, they said that he is gonna be the new Tony Stark character.
Okay, I'm not mad about that.
He's gonna mentor a lot of people and be like essentially the backbone of the MCU.
I mean, I'm not mad about that.
And Benedict Cumberbatch said the other day that he'd do it for the next 10 years as long as they continue to develop him, to develop the character well.
He does great.
Yeah, he's very good.
Like, it's hard to replace characters. Like, if they made another Wolverine, I don't think I'll feel the same way.
It's tough. I've seen different people that I'm like, oh, like I could see it, but it's not going to be the same. There's actually this guy that I know, he's an actor from New York. His name's Daniel Victor. And I asked him, I was like, what's your dream role? And he's like, Wolverine. He's like, specifically in the MCU, Wolverine. And dude's ripped. Like, he could 100% be Wolverine.
I mean, look, if it happens, cool. Just like at first it was all, Spider-Man. I was like, oh, man, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield.
Right.
Then, Tom Holland came out. I was like, yo, best Spider-Man in my opinion. Like he did, fits everything. And he does his own,
Tobey Maguire's still my favorite.
Yeah.
I love Tom Holland. Mm-hmm. But based on the performances in No Way Home, I think Andrew Garfield's the most talented of the three.
Okay, I can see.
He's just,
he's great.
Pulled at the heart
people didn't
constantly.
Some people didn't prior to that didn't like his Spider-Man. I thought it was great. They're like, oh, he's a cool Peter is too cool, and I'm like, well, it's a different Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and that's why I feel like they're all phenomenal, but I feel like Tom Holland he bodied the whole character. You know what I mean? Like he's young, He does something like he's athletic. You know, he used to dance when he was younger and shit. And it was crazy because when he was a kid, they were like, "What would you want to be when you grow up?" He's like, "I want to be Spider-Man." Now he's Spider-Man. So, but I'm interested in seeing who's going to be Miles Morales because you know it's going to happen.
Oh, it's 100% going to happen. They've referenced it now twice.
Right, because Charles Gambino wasn't there. Talking about that was his.
That would be his nephew,
right? Yeah,
that was like an indirect one, but he does mention his nephew exists. And then they, like, while it's not really a reference to it, but when Electro at the end, he's like, I honestly thought you were going to be black. And he's like, I thought there's got to be a black Spider-Man somewhere. Like, now you know he's coming.
Right.
And Tom Holland has teased that they're definitely doing 3 more movies. He said he's probably not going to be in all 3 of them, and that he wants to hand the series off to Miles Morales.
And it's like, I respect it. That's why it's kind of cool. Like, when Natasha did that. Like, and everybody was like, oh, that's why I like Black Widow. I feel like it was, like, I know it was, like, random and, like, it...
Well, your girl was in it.
Absolutely. But I just thought it was cool how you can see, like, Natasha's like, all right, I'm tired. Like, I need to pass this along. My baby sister got it. And I just thought it was great how they all shared the camera. It wasn't like anybody shined over anybody, so I thought it was cool.
And they're very clearly developing a new Avengers team.
Right, yeah.
Like, without a doubt.
Right, exactly. If you watched, what's it, Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. Like, I wouldn't doubt it if he ends up being the lead. Falcon, who's now Captain America. I think it will likely be Doctor Strange or Captain Marvel.
The lead?
As the lead of the new Avengers. Since they're the most experienced...
I would say Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Probably, yeah.
But they're developing all these younger characters. Like, now you have Monica Rambeau with powers. You have Wanda's kids. You have...
I don't know how that's going to work with Wanda's kids. Yeah. Because she made them up. So it's like...
But they exist in other universes.
Right.
And then, I don't remember his last name, but Isaiah. He was the other Captain America's grandson in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, shit, yeah.
He actually is a character from the comics that has superpowers. Then who else? And you have Florence Pugh's Black Widow. Then you have Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop was funny as shit.
Yeah.
That whole scene when they were fighting, she was like, hi.
Yeah, right.
Shit funny as hell. And it was like, you can see, like, Yelena was the younger sister of Natasha, but it seemed like Kate was like her younger sister.
Right.
Like their whole relationship. She was like, stop making me like you. Like, it was just cool.
And they do such a good job, like you said, of connecting little things.
Yeah.
Like, where they're sitting at the table together, and Yelena mentions, I want to go see the new Statue of Liberty. And everyone's
like, it's phenomenal.
Like right over their head, like, you don't know what that means.
Right.
And then Spider-Man, you understand they're putting a shield on there.
Right. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Marvel has in the future. But Doctor Strange was, in my opinion, it was dope. I was
very good.
Again.
Yeah.
That's why I like Marvel movies. You got to go see it more than once.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of shit that goes on. You're like, oh shit! Like the whole fact that they were going in different dimensions and stuff like that. I was like, that was cool. Like they had the cartoon one, and when he turned into paint.
Yeah, that was weird. But visually, it's very cool.
Yeah, and then the dude that he was making punch himself in the face.
Oh, you know who that is, right?
I forget. Like,
that's Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Who's very good friends with Sam Raimi and did all the Evil Dead movies with him.
Oh shit!
That's why he's in all the Spider-Man movies, because Sam Raimi did those.
Oh shit! Okay, makes sense.
He does like Ash vs. Evil Dead, and Sam Raimi directed an episode of that. But yeah, they're good friends, so Bruce Campbell's like in everything.
Ah.
Did you stay for the post-credit scenes?
Yes.
For both post-credit scenes?
Yes.
I was so mad about the last one.
Yes.
Like, Bruce Campbell.
Oh, it's over.
Bruce Campbell, go away. Like,
that shit was funny. But yeah, I just thought it was cool how. It was weird that Wanda was using this child to go see her kids.
Yes.
I'm going to kill you to go see my kids. It's just like. I understand you're a mom and everything, but you're going to kill somebody else to go see your kids?
There were so many things they could have done to shorten it. And apparently they cut like 35 minutes of the movie.
Really?
So, I mean, they could have very easily been like, let's work together, and I'll help you learn how to use your powers, and we'll travel, and we'll do things together. Quicksilver could have showed up. They could have just straight up killed her before, like, why not just open a portal and close the portal with her in the middle of it?
Because it would have been the end of the movie.
Exactly. There was a whole bunch of plot holes, so to speak, but that was Doctor Strange.
That's Doctor Strange.
We'll take a break?
Hell yeah, take a leak. We'll be back.
Cool. Take a break. We'll be back in a few minutes.
And we back for Act 2 of Cinema Ave. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. You enjoying the show?
I'm in the show. I have no choice.
Yeah. You get to see me, though, so you probably should enjoy the show.
That's the worst
Anyway, so like I was saying about Doctor Strange. Best part of the show. Nah,
so all the complaints that I've gotten about this show so far is that you're in it.
Well,
As I think we need a new camera guy. Carter has overstayed his welcome.
I'm gonna put this out here, clear as day. Anybody got an issue with me? I give no fucks. Don't care to get all eaten bag of dicks. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just saying, and it's like if we ever get mean tweets, or we should call them mean like birds or some shit.
I really want people to tweet us.
I don't.
Please tweet me.
Tweet him. I don't tweet her. Twat or
Please
twat.
tweet me, Instagram me.
But just know, if you're coming for me, I'm coming with the hot fire.
We have a TikTok now.
We ready to go. I'm coming with the
There's
flame
nothing on it.
Why do we have a TikTok? Nothing.
I just made it like 5 hours ago.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
So,
I'll be on there. Okay.
We should do our first TikTok tonight.
We should.
Yeah.
We should.
So
we should do it right now. No, I'm playing. But
he has dumb ideas.
No, all my ideas are phenomenal. This was your idea technically, right? This was
my...
doing.
I may have brought it up, and you're like, "Yeah, it's a good idea," and then we kind of put it off for a while, and then I was listening to some podcasts, and then
you hit me.
I was like, "Let's actually do it."
That was funny as shit. You was like, "You want to do it Friday?" I was like, "Sure, I guess." And here we are. I think it's great though. Like,
this is episode 3.
Episode 3, yeah, doing big things.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cuss you guys out. I'm kidding. Nah, I'm not. I'll fucking cuss you out. I don't care.
He's gonna cuss you guys out.
I'm just look.
I would never do that.
He is full of shit. I mean, you're very nice.
I'm the nicest person.
I agree. Very kind.
I'm the nicest person.
No, all just aside, he's a nice guy. He's cool. Sometimes just don't get him mad. You won't like it when he's angry. Speaking of that, you think there's gonna be another Hulk? Or we just done with that guy?
Hulk?
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna be in She-Hulk.
Is she getting a movie or a show?
Show.
Okay.
So they're bringing multiple people back for that. So Mark Ruffalo's coming back for that.
Yes.
Tim Roth is coming back as Abomination.
Oh wow.
And then I
just hope they don't do Hulk and the Agents of Smash. You ever seen that?
No.
It's a cartoon. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't great.
And then I've also heard rumors that they're trying to do a deal with Universal because Universal has the movie rights to Hulk. Mm-hmm. To do like a World War Hulk or a movie like that.
It's like technically they already did it.
They kind of already did with Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think they want to go into more detail and maybe like the backstory and how he got there and stuff like that. Or maybe something else that entirely. Or I've heard that that's very good. Isn't there a cartoon World War Hulk?
Yes.
I might have that. I don't.
You should watch it. You know what would be cool? Because if Deadpool is going to be in the MCU, or he's already in there technically, and then
I guess
Wolverine is going to be in there. They should do it was Wolverine versus the Hulk, and Deadpool was in it too.
Apparently, Hugh Jackman has said that he will come back as Wolverine.
If Ryan Reynolds said
no, if he gets to fight Chris Evans, Captain America.
Why does he want to fight him?
I don't know if it was a storyline in the comics, or I don't know if he just thinks it'd be really good cinema.
It would.
But he said he wants to do that.
I wonder what Chris Evans said. I know because he was trying to just step back and be a director, right? He didn't really want to act anymore.
Hugh Jackman or Chris Evans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he wanted to step out of it. He's been in some like really small roles since. He was in 2. He was in Free Guy.
Free Guy. That was fun.
But then he was in... Oh, what was the other one? He was in another one where it was very small. Oh, I just watched it. Oh, he was in Don't Look Up. When they're like panning through the different news outlets, he's in it for all of 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like really, really small cameos recently.
He's a good actor. You ever seen Scott Pilgrim Against the World?
Yes.
That shit's funny as hell.
That's a good movie.
I love that movie.
I saw it on my birthday one year.
Yeah?
Yep.
I love, it was funny, we were talking about our favorite movies, so it was kind of hard because one of my favorite movies, like Iron John, as you know, but Waterboy is one of my favorite movies.
That's a great movie.
That shit is fucking hilarious. And my sister, she was watching it, but she didn't get to watch the whole thing. It was halfway through with my niece and my nephew. So my niece was like, I don't understand. And my nephew thought it was funny because you know how at the end, when the mom tackles the dad, he thought it was the funniest shit ever. So I'm like, yes. As long as he likes that part, it's cool with me. But, yeah, man, Waterboy. But, yeah, Doctor Strange, dope-ass movie. Excited to see what's going on with Thor. And that's what, like I said, I'm at the part now where I don't know anything. And I love it. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Thor's coming out soon.
Love and Thunder?
Yeah, so the next one coming out is Miss Marvel. That's June.
Really?
That's a show.
The show, okay.
Then Thor is July.
Yeah.
Black Panther is November.
I wonder what they're going to do with that.
And then I think there's another show this year. I think What If Season 2 might be this year. And Secret Invasion might be this year with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. But that's not going to be a movie, it's going to be a show, right?
That's a show. That's with Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn.
I wonder if they're going to eventually just convert over the shows to the movies.
I don't think they'll do it entirely. But they get a lot of people. They make a lot of money off the subscriptions. And the fact that they're not putting them out on DVD or Blu-ray or anything. If you want to keep watching, then, I mean... They save money.
You sons of bitches.
The viewers don't save money.
Yeah, because if you want to keep watching, you got to pay a monthly.
You have to pay a subscription.
Disney, you motherfuckers.
Yep.
It's all right. I like the like. I love Disney Plus. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, it's great to me. Like I said, I constantly watch The Simpsons. So
yeah, I mean, there's
so many good movies on there.
There's at least 10 more Marvel movies and somewhere around 10 more Marvel shows coming out that have been announced. So it's gonna be good.
Speaking of Disney, what do you think about the Buzz Lightyear movie coming out?
I'm excited for it. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Chris Evans. Speaking of Chris Evans, he's doing the voice of Buzz Lightyear.
I thought it was.
No, because it's not. It's based on the astronaut that the toy is based on, so it doesn't need to be the same voice. I don't know if they asked him to do it or he was like, no. I don't know why they chose not to use him, but they don't need to use him.
Right.
And it looks good.
It does.
And Taika Waititi's in it, the guy that directed the last Thor movie and plays Korg. He does a voice, and he has a hilarious voice.
He does.
He's a great voice actor. He's also a very good, like, regular actor, but he's a good voice actor.
When he popped up, that shit had me dying laughing. I'm like, this guy's great. Awesome.
We watched Endgame last night, and it's a scene where they go to Thor's house in New Asgard, and he's like, "New Master 69 called me a dickhead again," and I still want that to be a Loki from a different universe.
That would be great.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
That would be hilarious.
And it would make total sense that Loki is trolling Thor.
Yep.
Like he just came from somewhere else and decided
to troll Hello, Thor. It's me, God of Thunder. But apparently, isn't that guy like a real, like, gamer?
Noob Master?
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense. They're playing Fortnite, so that's a big deal.
You ever played Fortnite?
I played one time. I got bored before I hit the ground, and I shut it off.
I played with my little cousin, but like these guys are hard. It was me, him, and his friends. And his friends were just talking shit about me, but kids, I don't give a fuck what they're saying. My cousin was snapping on me. He's like, yo, fuck you up, dog. I was like, cuz, if they little, I don't care. But let me tell you how hardcore these kids are. If we're playing like Call of Duty or whatever, I'm like, yo, Kyle, left to right, boom, somebody. These motherfuckers are on latitude and longitude. I'm like, which way do you, like, what are we doing?
When it goes to a test, they fail.
Right? I'm like, what are we doing? And then, rule number one, it's like, you never chase people you're going to shoot. It's dumb. Because if you chase them, they're going to get, an area where they can shoot you. So my little cousin's like chasing them. I'm like, yo, stop, don't chase them. Don't chase them. Guy builds a house, because apparently you can build shit like that. And
how fast you build a house?
That guy was making moves, building houses and shit. I'm like, don't chase him in that house. Opens the door, get shot in the face with a shotgun. And I was like, you don't chase people, man. Rule number one, don't chase people in shooting games.
I don't get it.
Speaking of games, and did you see that Netflix is having a Resident Evil show?
I did not.
Yeah.
Didn't they just do another movie?
They did. And the show, it's it's weird, it's crazy. So the trailer that I seen,
just heads up, never seen any of them, played any of the games. No, I know nothing about it.
Okay, I'm trying to see.
I know it's the Umbrella Corporation. That's about it.
I don't
know about it.
Remember the whole story. I just know there was a virus that broke out and everybody got sick.
And it has something to do with the Umbrella Corporation, and it's in Raccoon City. Yeah, that's all I know.
Me and my sister played the game when we were younger one time, and that shit was fucking terrifying. But it was fun. They had these half-breed dogs that are half zombies, and they just hop through the window, and we're under the blankets, dark-ass room and shit. I'm like, what the fuck was that? But yeah, so apparently in the show, they're coming out with these new pills that's supposed to help you out, but the T virus is in the pill. So they're going through like, yeah, the T virus can create monsters, and they're showing all these scenes where these zombies. And then the lady goes, I guess we could put that on a warning label. I was like, why would you? What is wrong with y'all? Why would you break this out? You see what it does, but it is. I don't know. I'm excited to see it, but knowing Netflix is probably going to have 2 episodes and they're going to cancel it because they do that with Things You Love. Yeah. I don't know. How do you have subscribers? I don't understand.
Netflix is also introducing ads. They're going to have ads.
They're going to have ads,
like advertisements.
I don't understand, like, I don't got no beef with Netflix, but I don't understand how do you still have subscribers. Like,
I don't know either.
Like, what's his name? Racing Dion. They canceled the next season. I'm like, why?
I don't know what that is.
It's a little kid who's a superhero. He gets no powers.
Oh,
like
I do
Michael
know
B.
what
Jordan
that is.
produced the show.
Okay.
It's great. They canceled it. Why? I don't like. Why do you guys keep canceling good shit? The Umbrella Academy's coming out. I'm excited for that. Probably gonna cancel that shit too. It's like
honestly, the best streaming service with the best content is probably HBO.
HBO Max, absolutely. HBO
That's
Max. In my opinion, it's HBO Max. It's Disney Plus. Hulu's good too. Amazon Prime.
Prime has some decent things,
but a lot of shit you gotta pay for.
Yes.
A lot of shit you gotta pay for.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching Waterboy, and I was like, oh, cool, I saved it. And all of a sudden I go back to like, oh, you want to pay for the movie? I was like, no, I just watched it for free. Like, why do I want to pay for it?
Yeah, but there's I mentioned it last time, I think, the Ben Affleck stuff. There's one on Amazon Prime called The Tender Bar. You should check that out.
I forgot because I wanted to watch that.
And then on Hulu, Deepwater. Also Ben Affleck.
You ever heard of Atlanta? Did you ever see that with Charles Gambino?
I have not. I know it's a show, though, right?
You should watch that.
Actually, the new season, the season premiered at some huge film festival that recently happened.
I want to go to a film festival. I've never been to one.
I went to one today.
I tried to make my own.
Did you?
Yeah.
I imagine that's very difficult.
It made me mad because it's like I had people who were down to do it, but people just don't stick to what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I had a place all set up because my friend had a friend who had a bar. We were going to screens and all that shit was going to happen, but we didn't get enough people to do it.
I'm going to Tribeca Film Festival next month.
I want to go.
Well, I got a press pass from Film Threat.
What I got to do to get past the pressing?
You got to work for Film Threat.
I'll do it. What I got? They hiring?
Just email Film Threat. I think they're always, but you have to write for them. Like, you have to be a film critic.
Did I be a film creator?
I mean, you could and submit it to Tribeca.
Ooh, see what that? I did that.
You should do it.
We got a bunch of ideas and films coming out soon.
Do it.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll find out.
And honestly, submit to like Burlington County Film Festival next year.
You gotta give me a list. I didn't know. Like, I don't.
This
know.
is brand new. The first one was tonight.
Okay.
And that's the one that I went to. It was a lot of like high school things.
Yo, I don't know. God, I'm sorry.
Like,
my fingers just itching like crazy.
Well, it bothers me too if it makes you feel.
Damn. It burns. But no, yeah, I always wanted to be in a film festival. I just never. I never did one before. So I want to go to, what is it called? Sundance.
Sundance. You don't want to go to Sundance. You want to you want to go to Slam Dance.
Why not Sundance?
Sundance has gotten very corporate and big. They've gotten bigger than the typical like film festival, and so Slam Dance. I don't know if I told you this. Slam Dance takes place in the same town, a week after Sundance.
Okay.
And it's called Slam Dance because it's a group of people that kept being denied by Sundance, and they felt like they were like it was just they weren't staying true to what the film festival was supposed to be, so they created their own. And honestly, the past couple of years that I've covered both festivals, Slam Dance has had much better films.
Okay, I'm down for that. Like, yeah, I just want to go to a whole bunch of different ones.
But you get some really interesting people that submitted things to Slam Dance. Like Christopher Nolan, one of his first projects was at Slam Dance. Why am I drawing a blank? The Russo brothers, one of their first projects was at Slam Dance. But then you got like Kevin Smith that submitted Clerks to Sundance, and he became a millionaire literally overnight. Like he sold to Miramax and made millions overnight for like $13 million, I think. So like that's what Sundance was trying to promote these small films, and then it got too big. Not too big because you still have good movies and stuff, but it's kind of squeezing out the little guy.
That's why I still want to make a film festival, because it's like working at Wawa, I realized there's a lot of talent in New Jersey. There's a lot of talent now. It's like I have a friend named Randolph. He's an actor now. He's been in like Pepsi commercials. He's been in a couple of movies. And it's like he's also like, I'm taking acting classes through him, and he's also like teaching me stuff like that. So it's just like me and him worked at Wawa together. You know what I mean? And I have another friend who worked at Wawa who does like she wants to be like a what's it called? The costume designers, where she do like horror film and stuff like that. So
like
I'm like
hair and makeup or like actual costume
both.
design? Okay.
So I'm just like, my whole thing is like, yo, if y'all want to work together, do a movie, I'm in. I'm down. Because I feel like we have so much talent in New Jersey, and I kind of want to build. I mean, I guess technically I have a studio here. The studio's wherever you want to have it.
Sure.
But I just feel like everybody's like, you got to go to LA or you got to go all over the place. And I'm like, why don't we build something here?
I mean, you can do it anywhere. I mean, this isn't a great example, Anthony Mackie, because he has tons of money, but he's setting up a production studio in New Orleans, where he's from, and they're expecting to film, or the rumor is that they're going to film Captain America 4 there.
Nice. That's awesome.
Because that's where a lot of Falcon and Winter Soldier takes place, and that's where Anthony Mackie's from, so he wants to do it some justice and do some stuff down there. Steph's aunt and uncle live down there, so I think it'd be cool to like go down and be able to visit the set. Like they have like really cool friends. Like they have one friend whose aunt is Patricia Clarkson, who's credited in like 120 plus movies. They have another friend that does all of the scheduling for the Mountain West Conference for college football. So like he schedules all the BYU things and TCU and all that stuff. Like they just find all these friends. Their next door neighbors produce and direct shows for Nickelodeon. Like,
oh, it's dope, and I feel like that's gonna be us. We are already in the process. This right here is the process.
New Orleans is getting bigger and bigger in terms of film. So apparently Jersey's getting big in terms of film. There was a lady.
Didn't it originate in what was it? Like.
That's very possible. That's probably something I should know, but I don't know.
I think it originated in New Jersey. I believe so. I gotta do more research. Don't quote me on it, but I think from what I read, from what I remember learning in school, yeah.
Because the new West Side Story was filmed in New Jersey.
Yeah.
In Patterson.
Yep.
And then Sopranos was obviously filmed here, like considered the best show of all time.
Don't tell me nothing about it.
No, I won't tell you anything about it. But a lot.
Every time I see your review, I want to read it so bad, but I was like, no,
you gotta watch. You have HBO Max. Yes. Start watching. Like honestly, start watching.
Okay.
It took me a long time. I didn't realize how long it took me. I finished maybe a month and a half ago, and I started.
How many seasons is it?
There's 6.
Okay. How many episodes per season?
Usually 13, but the last season they did an extended season. I think it was 24 episodes. So they did like 6A and 6B. It's almost like 2 separate seasons, but I think they only got renewed for one more. So they just I feel like that's a sneaky way that a lot of like companies do it, where they can sneak in a couple extra episodes because they only got renewed for one more. And it's cool. Like I've been listening to the podcast and stuff, and I said to myself immediately, I'm not going to watch this again. And I immediately started watching it again. And then there's a prequel film where the main character Tony Soprano.
That's kind of like Breaking Bad.
Yes.
What is it?
El Camino.
What's the other show? Something else? Sal?
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. Yeah.
So and then they did El Camino, which is a film for it. But this is the Many Saints of Newark.
Okay. And
so James Gandolfini, who played Tony Soprano, the main character, he's passed away. He passed away a while ago, like maybe 10 or 12 years ago now. And his son plays a younger version of him in the movie.
That's awesome.
And they look so similar. Yeah, so it's done very well. I watched the movie before I watched the show, so there's tons of references to the show that I didn't get. Good movie, good acting.
I might have asked you this in the first episode. I don't remember. But what made you like get into doing reviews?
Doing reviews?
Or movies in general.
Actually, I think what got me into movies in general, and probably the reviews, is I took a class at Bloomfield, and it was
I'm playing.
It was literature into film.
Okay.
So one week we read the book, and then the next week we watched the film adaptation of it. We did like A Single Man. We did 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is like almost a 3-hour movie.
Yes.
Based off like a 12-page short story. I don't even think it's that long. I think I'm exaggerating. I think it's shorter than that. Then we watched like Washington Square, which I don't like. A Room with a View, some other things. But I think that's what got me into it. But shout out to Paul Puccio, one of the professors there. He got me into that.
Mr. Hank.
Mr. Hank.
Yeah, he was I think he used to work
with Christmas Pooh?
No, I feel bad. You know how you call your teachers by their last name, so that's always. But he was dope. Like, because what got me into wanting to do on films is, I guess I always wanted to do them. I just never.
Wait, did I ask you?
He did up here because you're Professor Xavier with a bald head, and I got you. No, but yeah, what got me into doing films is fuck you and everything you stand for. But no, I always I don't know. I was younger, I was in theater, so that was cool. And then it's like I was just act out in class, be like class clown and shit like that. So then I went to college. I started at Camden County. I started doing graphic design. That wasn't it for me. Transferred over to ITT Tech, and I had a class. Her name was Miss Amy. Dope ass. One of my favorite
first name or last name?
First name is Amy. Last name is Hoke. Amy Hoke. Yeah.
Hoke.
Okay. Dope teacher. Like, she's the one who got me into it because I was going around doing, like, documentaries. Like, this is, like, with hip-hop and stuff like that. And then we had this project in class, and I was a newscast person. So, you know, me, goofy as hell, I was like, yeah, man, fantastic or whatever, right? So she was like, you should run with that. And then I went to Bloomfield, and it was just like I had Mr. Hank's class, like, and it was like intro to video or whatever. And he gave us like a small script, and he was like, do something with this. And after that, it's like I did a video called Without Caution, which it's my first video, so you know it's all over the place. But I just fell in love with it. Yo, F you, son.
It was fun. Hey, it was fine.
It was fine, and you were in it. Carter just gave me the thumbs down, but he was in it.
He regrets it.
He played a crackhead. It was great. But
he played a what?
He played a crackhead. It was great.
I thought he said he played the Kraken.
Wow. He played a Kraken. Nah, there was no script for that. I had this problem where I tend to make movies and not use scripts.
That's not always a bad thing.
It's not. But it's not always a good thing either. Like, you got to, it's kind of like you need to give your actors some kind of direction. Almost more like action. No script at all. Oh. And for not having a script, it came out decent. You know what I mean?
Not according to Carter.
Not according to Carter. But that's because he was in it and he didn't like his part that he played. But that's all right. You know, you don't.
I watched a movie recently called Boris and Johann. And
what's that like sound?
As long as I'm trying not to mix the names up, but I'm pretty sure Johann asks Boris
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
to follow somebody. Mm-hmm. And he wants him to record everything. And they eventually start doing illegal stuff, but there's a script in terms of the scenes, but everything was ad-libbed. Mm-hmm. And then I'm drawing a blank on the name of this other movie, but it was the same style, where they were part of a cult, and it just felt very real. Nothing felt like it was hyper real. Nothing felt scripted. And then talking to the guy that was in it, he was like, "Yeah, it wasn't scripted at all."
Honestly, that's personally why I don't like writing scripts. Mm. It's that, and because it's like, to me, writing a script is kind of like, let's say you're talking like Pat, and you're saying something, I just keep cutting you off, and I'm like, where did that happen at? What time did that happen? What's the location? It's like, yo, let me just have my thought and complete it. And it's like I'm learning, like, you got to, you're going to direct it. It's better to have a script. You can have a loose script, but you got to have something. But like, I did a movie called I already said that. The Sweetest Heist. It's a dumbass idea. No, it was great. Was it good or bad? It was fine.
He gave it a thumbs down.
No, but the concept of the movie was, it was these guys, and they were going to rob a house on Halloween for goods, as they would call them, the goods. And it wasn't a real robbery. They were just dressed like robbers. Mm-hmm. One of the characters assumed it was a real robbery. So they're going there waving guns and shit like that.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. I mean,
spoiling your own movie, man.
It'll be alright. They can go watch it or not, you know. So, that's why, now I don't want to talk about the rest of the movie. Nah, but it was
There's nothing left.
There's nothing left at all. But, it's still, it was fun. It was a good time. But I'm just saying, like, something like that, because my whole thing is, like, if I know, like, I would put you in the character as a movie as a smartass. Because you're being yourself. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like as a director, your job is like, all right, cool.
I actually might, like, I've considered that recently. Like, could I get in front of a camera and act?
Yes.
Like, I do this, but I know it's very different if there's a script.
I think if I did a movie and I add you as a character, I would have a part for you.
Because like, I did a video tech class in high school, and I can specifically remember just, like, tripping over every word. Like, just, like an idiot. Like, I couldn't get the words out. Mm. And I always had to end up behind the camera because I couldn't do stuff in front of the camera.
I feel like the hardest thing about the camera is just noticing it's there. Once you, like right now the camera's there, I don't...
This doesn't bother me because it's just a conversation with us. Right. Like, there aren't really expectations. Mm-hmm. I can't screw this up.
You can. You can't.
You're here. I can't be worse than you.
You can't be better than me either.
That doesn't make sense.
Let that sink in for a little bit.
I don't think you understand it either.
Nope. It felt good saying it, though. I felt accomplished from what I just said. See? You're an asshole. I could put you in the movie as an asshole.
I'll do it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. But I just love making movies. Like, I loved editing, even though the episode we literally just did was an editing nightmare. But that's kind of how...
You got like 36 hours to figure that out.
Sweet Jesus. Oh, my God. The guy, like, I'm not even going to spend it to y'all. Long story short, if you edit videos, shit like that, you know what it is. Fucking computer rendering issues or whatever. But anyway, I love doing it. It's fun to me. Like, I like when, like, at first when I was confused when I did it, but it was like my first video that I made, and I put it in class, and everybody was like, oh my God, this is dope. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, you like what I created.
Yeah.
I'll put up something together and made you view it. And that's how I love movies, because it's escapism. So I'm like, the fact that I was able to help you escape from life at the moment, I was like, I need more of that. I want more of that. So that's why I do what I do. So, but yeah, man, like, I don't know. I always was interested in what made you get into what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I can't think of like going back any further ever being attracted to it.
Attractive, nice.
So I think not like sexually.
Hey man, to each his own, you know, don't you?
You know what?
Go ahead.
Sexuality is very fluid now, Patrick.
Oh boy.
No, I heard somebody say that the other day, and I thought it was funny. Because it sounded like a way of them saying, like, yeah, I'm kind of gay. Like, whatever, do your own thing. But
that's,
I just thought it was a very roundabout, funny way of saying
No, but
that.
that's how I feel like about do you. Whatever makes you happy makes you happy. And I feel like...
I'll hate you for a lot of other reasons.
But yeah, but it bothers me that people are already like, oh my God, you like that? What does that got to do with you? Are you not able to go to work? Does your stomach hurt? You can't eat later? Like, what does that have to do with you? Nothing at all.
Yeah, like, I've never not liked someone because they were gay.
I don't care.
I've not liked them because they're an asshole.
There you go. My whole thing is like, I'm not gay. If you gay, that's cool. But respect the fact that I am not. If you try to hit on me, okay, cool. You didn't know. It's just like if a guy see a girl, he finds her attractive, and she goes, I have a dude. Okay,
sure.
Leave it alone. Now, if you keep pressing the subject, coming off creepy.
Yes.
Vice versa. Like, if you gay, cool, do you. But if I say I'm not gay, and you keep pressing the subject, you're coming off kind of creepy. Respect what I respect. I respect what you respect.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Just do your own thing, live your own life, be happy.
Right, but it's like, it's weird nowadays. Like, people think it's a hate crime if you're not gay. So I don't hate. Who said I hated you?
Yeah, it does come off that way sometimes, and I feel like a lot of my issue with some newer films, some newer TV shows, particularly like the Arrowverse shows, like Flash, Legends, stuff like that. I don't mind those things, but they're forcing them to the point where it just feels inorganic, and it just feels very out of place.
Right. That's that's why I like Spider-Man. I feel like Spider-Man is the best thing. It's like, they didn't say, okay, we're going to make Peter Parker black. They made a black Spider-Man.
Right.
If you're going to make another Superman, you're going whatever you want to do, and that's fine. But Clark Kent is already Superman. He has his own story.
But also, it wouldn't bother me if they made Peter Parker black. He's a fictional character.
Right.
Who cares?
I mean, people do. But I just have the concept everybody can wear the mask. That's dope.
Right.
And you have a multiverse. Maybe he is black in another universe.
But
who cares?
I don't have any issue with that. It's a fictional character. Right. It doesn't matter what they look like or sound like. It could be a female named Peter Parker. Like, honestly, it really wouldn't change much. But, like...
You mean Gwen Stacy?
Yes. But, like, you couldn't make, like, Martin Luther King white. You couldn't make George Washington black. Like, you can't change historical figures.
Right.
You can change fictional figures as much as you want.
Right.
Like, Johnny Storm ended up being black.
Yep.
Who the fuck cares?
I know I don't.
It doesn't matter.
Right. It's just people, and it sickens me when people like look at stuff and go, oh my God. Like when they found out Finn was gonna be black in the Star Wars. Like, oh my God, he's a black dude. I'm like, okay, and
he didn't exist anywhere else before this. Who cares?
Who the fuck cares? Like, it's just people just get your head out your ass. Like, who cares? Like, we all, like, I lived in different houses teams. People Spanish, black, white, and I found out at the end of the day, you're all trying to love, provide, eat, and live. Same concept. We all do the same thing. So I'm gonna go to, oh, you wait. Like, I don't give I don't care. Like, I just feel like it would be better. They should, like, have that in college. Well, I mean, technically you do. You have a roommate. You know what I mean? But there should be a class literally where it's like, hey, you go live with this person and see how they live.
Right.
And I feel like if we did that around the world, it would be a hell of a lot better place.
Yeah. So I want to pick up on that Arrowverse thing because I want to elaborate on what I was talking about. Why they aggravate me in terms of our discussion.
All right, cool.
All right. So we'll take a quick break and come back and probably wrap it up after that.
Wrap it up.
Cool.
See
you soon.
Hey!
Shut up.
I'm excited. So excited. So anyway, Professor Xavier, what are we talking about?
I don't want to be his friend anymore.
You have no choice. You know the rules. If you don't want to be my friends, we're fighting. Fist. Headbutt. Well, I don't want to headbutt you. That head look like it would hurt.
You have a big head.
Yours is bald. I can't even see right now. The light is flashing off the back of your dome.
Random little side thing here. I have one student that has
I don't want to make this big. I feel like you're about to say some funny shit. Go ahead.
he has issues with what's the word I'm trying to use? I know exactly what I'm trying to say, but I can't think of the word. But he can't stay away from people. He has to be close to them.
Okay.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Committed?
No, like physically close to people. Like touching them. Oh. Driving me. That's going to drive me crazy. But whatever. He will walk up to people and be like, "What are you doing?" And just like rest his head on them. And we're like, that's not okay. You can't do that stuff.
Now, it's funny you said that because our friend Steve, he has a dog named Petey. And Petey, like, he has to touch you. Like, he'll sit in front of you, and like, if you move, he'll move with you to lay on you and touch you.
What is that called?
It's not separation anxiety.
Can you look that up? It has nothing to do with, like, emotional issues or anything like that. It's just you don't understand, like, how to give people space.
It's not social. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, well, we'll come back to that. Car's going to look it up because it's going to drive me crazy.
It's going to drive him bonkers.
All right, so
I like the word
you
bonkers.
might see my head blow out the back like Black Bolt.
Hey, yo, speaking of that, they ain't have to do my man like that.
That was a cool dad, though.
Yeah, she said, "What mouth?" I said, "No." He said, "My whole thing is like, dog, I know you're freaking out. Shut the fuck up in your mind. Don't say nothing. Why did you say anything?" Like, man.
All right, but back to like all these. We're talking about relationships and sexuality and stuff like that in movies and TV shows and how they get annoying.
Mm-hmm. Don't force it. Let it happen.
Right. That's my issue with the Arrowverse. I still love the shows. Flash. So it's Flash, Legends, Superman and Lois, Supergirl. There's another one. Black Lightning was in it temporarily. Arrow was the original one, but it's over.
That story is fucking insane. It's all over the place. I don't get
Batwoman, Stargirl, and there's a new one called Naomi or Naomi or something like that.
I stopped watching after Heroes of Tomorrow. Is that what it was?
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow. I started.
That was good. That's a
it
good
was
show.
good. It was good. But after that, when he started doing all the crossovers,
I love the crossovers. But anyway, so it took me a long, long time, like 8-9 years, to realize this. There are absolutely no relationships in the Arrowverse that are heterosexual and the same race.
Okay.
They're always different race or homosexual relationships. Mm-hmm. And again, it's fine, but when they're all like that, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
That doesn't happen in real life.
Right.
You have relationships that are two African Americans. You have relationships that are two Asians. Mm-hmm. You have relationships that are two white people. Mm-hmm. That doesn't exist in these shows.
It's like, I understand you're trying to do, what is it called? Representation.
Yes.
But representate everybody.
Represent reality.
That's represent. Yeah, represent reality.
Represent reality. Don't represent. I realize there's shows about superheroes.
Right.
But that's the connection. Is there has to be some reality. There has to be some mirror of the real world, or it doesn't work. Mm-hmm. Human emotion is typically the thing that connects us. And obviously representation is a big part because you see yourself in the shows. But if you're not seeing things that you do or things that you see on a regular basis, it doesn't make any sense.
That's why Black Panther was great. Because it was the first, we were like, oh shit, there's heroes who look like us. This is great, the culture and everything like that. But I get what you're saying too. It's just like, yo, just don't force it and be realistic about everything. But it's like, on the other hand, it's like I talked to a couple people, they're upset that there's bisexual or whatever couples and cartoons and stuff like that. They're like, oh, that's gay. Well, I want my kid to be gay. And I'm like, we grew up watching Animaniacs. The shit that they said in that show, it's very sexual. But did you grow up like that? No, you were just like, oh, I'm a kid.
Right.
You didn't really pay any attention to it. It's like, I get what you're saying. Don't, I said, definitely don't force it. But don't assume because a character is gay, your kids are gonna come out gay. And if they do come out gay, then it was gay, and that's fine. You gotta let them for who they are. I'm
all for keeping the innocence.
Keep the innocence, absolutely.
But a lot of times the jokes and stuff, the things that happen in kids shows,
it's not for them.
Are subtle.
Right.
They go over their heads and they're for the adult audience.
Like Shrek. Shrek's the best example.
Okay.
They had a lot of adult jokes in there.
Yes.
And we as kids were just like, I don't get it. And now you're older, like, that's fucking funny. You know what I mean?
There's one of Steph's favorite movies is Hocus Pocus.
I know.
I don't love that movie. I don't love that movie. I did write a review, and I said how it's one of those movies that I've watched so many times that I'm now used to it, and I can watch it again.
Yeah.
But there's a joke where the three witches walk up to the bus, and they're looking to eat children. And they say, he goes, "Can I help you, ladies?" And they go, "We're looking for children." And he goes, "Might take me a few tries, but I could probably help you." And Steph realized, like, last year when he was talking about that.
I was watching this video, and they were talking about the Powerpuff Girls, and they were like, they were in the lab. And there's one girl, she was like, "Yeah, I was a test tube baby too." I was just like, yo. But that's what I'm saying. There was so many jokes that went over our heads as kids. And it's like, I feel like, as far as this generation goes, it's like that. It's going to be the same type thing. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I understand, like, don't force it, and but it's like, it's not going to make your child gay.
No, I agree.
If they see a person that's...
No, I agree. Yeah. I think that happens naturally.
Right, exactly.
I think you are, you weren't.
You are. Would you, like, yeah. It's, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like people just got to take a step back and just, like, relax. It's just a lot going on in the media, and, like, there's a lot of, and it's like I feel like everybody's walking on eggshells because they're afraid to say how they feel because they feel like they might get canceled.
Right. And
I just feel like if you say how you feel respectfully,
right,
then you shouldn't have an issue.
Like, I think a way that they did it very well was in Doctor Strange, where they do the quick flashback to America's past, and you see her moms, and he's like, "Who are they?" And she's like, "Those are my moms," and that's it. Like,
that's fine.
That's great. We all get it. Mm-hmm. It happens naturally. It happens organically, but you're not doing it just to say that you're doing it.
Right.
Like, it serves a purpose, and it works in the narrative.
Right.
But you're not pissing anyone off. You're not rubbing anybody the wrong way. I mean, except for a small group of people that, at that point, screw them, because it doesn't really matter what they think.
You're never going to please everybody.
Right, you're never going to please anybody.
It's like, at the end of the day, when you keep trying to be a people pleaser, you're going to be upset with yourself.
Yes.
It's exhausting. It's like, have a conversation, be open-minded, and it's okay.
I think I've said it before, but there's nothing is off limits in film.
No.
Nothing.
Just like I had, like, it was a post on Facebook, and it was talking about how, you got Mother's and Father's Day, and it was, like, saying that some people were transgender want a Parents' Day. So we were talking about it, and I was just like, I feel like Mother's and Father's Day is the only thing across the board for, no matter you're gay, straight, whatever, it's good for everyone. Yeah. Because if you're transgender, you can be a man turned to a woman, or vice versa. You still have a Mother's Day and or a Father's Day, depending on what you want to be. Yeah. If you're lesbian or whatever, you still have.
Well, there's now all these gray areas that I don't understand. Right. I can't speak to them. I don't know what they mean. I don't understand them at all. But there's now these gray areas where they don't identify as man or woman.
And that's the thing. Like, a lot of times people may not understand. Yeah. But respect. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you don't understand why you want to do it. It doesn't matter. You don't have to understand everything. Respect what they want to do. Right. And that's the part, like, that frustrates me, because it's like people are like, "Oh, well, you shouldn't do this." It's like, why? Because you don't want to do it? Yeah. You don't want to do it, that's fine. But don't come at somebody else for deciding what they want to do with their own body.
A lot of times it's just, you're either bored, or you don't understand, or you just don't like change.
Or you're projecting how you really feel about yourself onto somebody else.
That's true.
That happens a lot.
That's true.
Like, you ever see people who are like, "Oh, you think you're tough?" I never said that. You think I'm tough. Or you think you're better than me. I never said that. Right. You think I'm better than you. Right. So don't get mad at me, because that's how you feel about me.
Like, I tell kids all the time. So they've been talking about 2K a lot lately. And I'm like, I will beat you in 2K. I was like, I will never tell you I can beat you in something that I don't think I can beat you in. And I was like, I'm not going to say these things. I don't bring it up. You brought it up. Right. Like, I'm not going to go out of my way. And I was like, in 10-1, if you're bringing it up, just going around telling people you can beat them in 2K, you probably suck at it. You're probably just trying to convince them not to play you because you're not good.
Exactly. It's just like that person that walks in the room and is like, fuck everybody up in the room.
You probably can't fight.
Right, can't fight. It's like, if you can do these things, you don't have to talk about it.
Right, you're trying to intimidate.
And then you're going to get your ass whooped because you can't fight.
Or you get those people that are very good at covering whatever it is up. They're good at intimidating people and convincing people they can do these things. And people
manipulating. Yep.
Yes. And they just kind of buy it.
Just like I made a TikTok about that. I was like, it's not realistic. And people may disagree with me, but if you realistically think you're going to go around and win every fight, that you're something wrong with you. Like, even the greatest fighters lost. Sure. Boxers and shit like that. You know what I mean? Yep. So it's like, you really going to go in the room and assume you're going to fuck up everybody in this room? That's not, you have to be realistic. It's not happening. Right. And it's just funny, like, and it was kind of crazy because me and my nephew were having a conversation the other day because I was playing Smash Bros. With him. And we're playing the Switch Sports. Okay. And he lost. and he was getting frustrated with me. He was like, I keep losing, and I'm bad, and I had to sit him down. I'm like, you're not bad at the game. I just been playing it
You're
longer.
just bad at life.
No. I explained it to him this. You never really lose in life. Hear me out. If you get in a fight and you lose the fight, you gain wisdom from the fight when you lost.
What if you die?
Shut up. If you die, I mean, life sucks around here. But now I'm playing. But
You lost life.
But what I'm saying is, in situations, you gain wisdom from that you've been through. You know what I mean? So at the time, you may feel like you lost, but you really gained something. Like, for example, Carter, that guy over there, played Smash Bros. On a regular basis. We used to play Marvel vs. Capcom. Whoops my ass all the fucking time. But when I went to a room with everybody else, I shit on everybody in the room. Beat everybody. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you're not the smartest person in the room. Sometimes you don't win all the time, but you learn. You don't learn when you get mad and you don't want to be like, oh, man. You got to learn how to take an L.
I've never gotten mad at a video game.
What? How many controllers have you broke?
None.
Oh, you just gonna lie on air. He's a liar, deceiver. This guy.
I've broken no controllers.
I'm gonna call Steph. I'll call her right now, put her on speaker.
She's probably in bed.
Well, I'm gonna wake her up, and she's gonna be mad at you.
My watch died. It is... Why is there no time on this?
It's
8:23.
It's wake up, wife.
8:23. That's only 8:23. No, it's not 8:23. That must have been when we started.
It's 9:52.
She's in bed.
I'm gonna wake her up and say, "Hey, your husband's lying."
Do you know how many times you woke her up when we were in college?
I don't.
When we called her drunk.
Oh man, that's how I knew she was the one for you, because you used to like go in your room try to talk to her, and my dumb ass in the background, Steph.
That's why she don't like you.
She loves me. What you mean? Like probably more than you, and that's okay. I can see why.
I doubt it.
I mean, you can doubt all you want.
When you look like this, you don't
you take L's looking like that. I can see why you're like you're losing life. I'm just kidding.
Coming from the guy that's drinking cucumber lime water.
Hey, fuck you. I like to say hydrator, alright? It's good shit. Speaking of that, even though I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, drink your cucumber lime water.
No, I was going to put it up to the camera like smart water.
Go drink it with your pinky up.
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
Think you're so fancy? And it tastes terrible.
Tastes like refreshing stuff.
You haven't watched The Office, have you?
Not.
There's an episode where the people in the warehouse win the lottery. Mm-hmm. And, you know who Daryl is?
Yes.
Craig Robinson's character.
Mm-hmm. That man's hilarious.
He had just left, so he was the only one that didn't win. But so there's I can't think of what his name is, but the two guys, they invest in an energy drink company for gay men.
Okay.
And one of them is called it's Coconut Penis. so Craig Robinson drinks it and he's like, they went a little light on the coconut. And then later they give it to James Spader's character. The same. They give it to James Spader's character, whose name is Robert California, and he goes, the original was so good, I don't know why they added coconut.
The Office is stupid.
You have to watch that and The Sopranos.
You ever watch Bob's Burgers?
I got over that pretty quickly. It's funny, but I couldn't get really.
All right, what animated shows do you like watching? None, because I hate
honestly
my life and I suck. But
not that many really.
And that's why you're upset.
I used to watch South Park all the time, Family Guy all the time.
All right, so me and my brother-in-law have this conversation all the time.
SpongeBob.
No, I love SpongeBob. I don't care. That shit's funny as hell.
Rugrats.
Absolutely. You know what? I like Rugrats as a kid, but at the same time, who the fuck allows their kids to just wander around with fucking screwdrivers in their pants? Like, what were their parents doing? Like, Susie's parents, they was
probably being interviewed by Dyfus.
Susie's parents didn't play that shit. You ever notice that? Like, when she was getting real, her parents like, bring that ass home. These motherfuckers walking around just eating worms and shit like that. I'm like, where are your parents? And then I realized, like, as I got older, their parents was the worst. Like, what's the name? Stu and what's the mom's name?
Dee Dee.
Dee Dee. They were great. You want to know why? Because they always watch their friends' fucking kids. Everybody else is like, oh, let me just go drop the kid off. They don't care. And I'm
Did they have jobs?
Stu was a toy maker. Dee Dee was a teacher, I believe.
But a terrible toy maker.
Yeah, he was felon.
Then there was Grandpa Lou.
Grandpa Lou's funny as shit. And that's another thing you didn't pick up growing up. He said he was watching the kids. He was watching the kids and he was just like, I'm going to watch a video for my personal favorite, Lonely Space Vixens. I'm gonna watch that when the kids go to bed.
That.
But as a kid, did you pick that up? No.
I specifically remember that. What episode was that? I'm pretty sure I had that episode on like VHS.
I don't remember what episode it was, but like that shit had me crying because this motherfucker really. It's like you didn't have to announce that you was gonna watch porn. You didn't have to say nothing about it. But he was like, I'm just gonna let them know only space fixins. When they go to bed, we in there. And then he used to like fall asleep.
Isn't that the one where like? Wasn't there an episode where his friend was supposed to come over?
Yeah.
Was that the one?
Not because you talking about the dude. The dude supposed to come over was the girl.
No, it was a lady that came over.
It was. It might have been that one. That shit was just funny. Just like The Simpsons. Like,
yeah.
Abe Simpson is the funniest shit
Why
ever.
are you eating all the damn your hairs in
Why
here,
your
man?
face so close to the microphone? I gotta edit this shit later. Stop doing that. You're an asshole. I'm just gonna cut you out through the whole shit.
Edit that.
Edit your mother. You're a dick.
I hate him.
Testing 1 2. He's a dick. This is on. Drinking that dick water over there, ain't you? No.
Penis.
You ever see Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
Remember when he had the what is it called, the booty juice? Yo, Tropic Thunder was fucking hilarious. I remember there was something about canceling Robert Downey Jr. for play. I was like, nah, we're not doing that, yo.
You ever see the thing?
That shit was funny.
If Iron Man was black, who should
Yes,
play Iron Man?
And they had Robert Downey Jr. But it was like funny because me and Kurt was watching an interview about that, and he was like, he talked to his mom about it. He was like, I don't know, Bobby, I don't know if you should play that part. But he talked to Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx was like, yo, that's fucking hilarious. And it was like, when I saw the movie, it was funny as hell. And the guy who played Al Pacino, I forget, he said the whole time.
Wait, the guy who played Al Pacino?
Yeah, the rapper. What's his name? The black dude who played the rapper. Was I like the pussy?
He played Al Pacino?
It was Al.
I don't remember that part.
I don't remember his fucking name. Fuck you. You know his name? Do you remember his name?
No, but I don't remember that part.
Okay, so basically his character, Robert Downey Jr. stayed in character the whole time, and he was just fucking with him the whole time.
Okay.
Did you ever like watch the commentary for that?
No.
Robert Downey Jr. literally was like, in the movie, he says, well, why, if that's how you feel, why do you keep acting character? He goes, I stay in character to the commentary. In the commentary, they're talking. He's like, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna scream. Dog, that shit had me crying. So it was like, oh no, I just felt like that shit was hilarious to me. Like it was a
I had to watch it again. It's been a long time since I watched
it again.
Probably like since right after it came out.
And then there was, what is his name? Jack Black was a crackhead. Yeah. And the bat died. Ah, bitch, you overdosed.
What's the worst movie that you like?
The worst movie that I like?
Yeah.
I know yours is what, Birdemic?
No.
Worst movie that I like?
You like Birdemic, that clip art movie.
Like we said before, what was the purpose of the movie? Was it to be good, be bad? What was the purpose?
So I think part of the purpose was to combat climate change because they reference that a lot, and that doesn't happen naturally at all. Like they meet a guy in the woods, and he's like, "I live out here because of climate change." Who cares?
That was Carter's favorite movie. It was fine,
idiot.
Man. It was right. It was fine. Wow! Hey, yo, you flipping me off, yo.
No, Carter would never do that. Pat's making shit up.
I'm making it up.
Ooh, I cursed. Oops.
What was the worst movie I've ever seen that I
feel like if I apologize, it doesn't matter if I curse.
Fuck that. Fuck this. Fuck it all. Fuck it. I don't like.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a teacher though.
Teach these nuts. What do you teach? What subject?
English.
It doesn't matter what you teach.
Why did you wait until after I said it?
Because you said it so fast. I wasn't ready for it.
I know I didn't.
I just want to sit in the back of your class and just fuck with you. It'll be the funniest shit ever. Mr. Payne, I got a question. Why do you suck so bad?
I don't care.
But worst movie that I've seen that I like? I don't know. I really don't. I can't think of.
I don't know if I can pick a favorite bad movie. Like Cabin Fever is not a good movie.
Oh my god, that movie sucks.
I love Cabin Fever.
I sucks.
Love it. One of my favorite horror movies.
It was not horror. It was just dumb.
I love it. And you know what I liked about it so much in the beginning? It was that Ryder Strong was in it, and I liked Boy Meets World so much.
Come on, good show. Topanga. Everybody knows. If you grew up in the 90s, you know what it is.
You knew.
Yep.
What else is a bad movie? Eurovision. Ever seen Eurovision with Will Ferrell? Or Ben Roethlisberger?
That's my quarterback.
But
Nah, yo, the Step Brothers, yo. If you say Will Ferrell, the Step Brothers automatically come to my mind. I love that movie.
So Eurovision is an actual song contest in Europe, where each country sends like either a duo or a singer, individual singer, to compete against the other countries, and they rack up points, and one country is named the winner of Eurovision, and it's ridiculous. Like it's all D name singers. Except for, and they all have to have an original song, but ABBA actually won Eurovision years ago, and that's how they got. You don't know who ABBA is? Like Mamma Mia.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but for their song Waterloo, they won years and years ago, and that's how they got big. But since then, it's been ridiculous, and they just make fun of this competition. It's ridiculous. It's a Netflix original. It's Rachel McAdams and Will Ferrell.
She's a good actress.
She is. Will Ferrell is not a terrible singer. And then the girl that sings for Rachel McAdams, because Rachel McAdams doesn't actually sing, is a phenomenal singer.
Okay.
So good.
I don't know, man. You said Adele wasn't a good singer, so when
she's not a good singer.
Yo, you tripping, dog. Look, everybody has their opinion. That's art.
She sounds like nails on a chalkboard.
I hope she sees this and punches you straight in the forehead.
I wish she would.
Don't hell from the other side. That might happen. Other side just punch you in your shit.
She's a terrible singer.
Okay.
And honestly, I don't hate her songs when other people sing them.
The disrespect is real. I can't think of a terrible movie that I like that. It's probably gonna come to me later on. I'll be sleeping. I'm gonna wake up. That movie sucked. I'm trying to
It is tough.
Terrible movie that I like, huh?
I don't know. I don't know why I asked that. I didn't have an answer.
I don't know. So my question for you, I asked you this earlier. I don't know. You thought of an answer.
So no answer.
I'm gonna ask you.
But you can ask it. Go ahead.
What is an experience that you had in life that you gained a lot of knowledge for, and it helps you as far in the present day?
Okay, so I typically second guess myself.
Okay.
I decided for this podcast I was just gonna do it.
Okay.
And I realized that I should have second guessed myself because I now have to sit across from you for an hour and a half at a time.
I really thought you were going somewhere with it. I was like, yeah, you fucker.
That just came to me.
Having class with
I
you.
honestly don't know. As far as an honest answer, I don't really know what one thing has given me tons of wisdom. I feel like it's a bunch of little things.
I mean, I feel you. Mine for me was, at one point I was living in my car. And it was like, because I'm the younger brother, so my sister's older than me or whatever, so, they always looked out for me. In that specific scenario, I was living in my car, and I was like, I had to figure everything out on my own. Yeah, I was scared at first, like, you know what I mean? Like, but I was at Walmart, I would, like, sleep in my car at Walmart, and I had that, like, membership to the gym. I couldn't afford an apartment or whatever. So I would get up, go inside Walmart, like, brush my teeth, go to the gym, and take a shower there and go to work.
Okay.
And it was like, nobody knew, because I went to work with a smile on my face. But it was like, that situation sucked, but I also had peace of mind. I never really had any bills, and it was just me, and I had to, like, focus on myself. And then I realized I was able to adapt to that situation. And I also realized that I could survive on little to nothing. Like, all this material shit, it doesn't matter to me. You can get it, lose it, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So I feel like that situation taught me that at the end of the day, I can adapt to anything and do what I need to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm adapting to seeing your face. Hard, but I'm getting there.
I imagine it's hard because every day you wake up and you have to look at yourself in the mirror, and seeing someone so much better looking than you probably upsets you.
Whatever makes you, whatever helps you live, how you sleep at night, whatever you want to do, that makes you feel better. Sure.
I sleep just fine. No, I actually sleep terrible.
I sleep terrible. Sleep
So
apnea
bad.
sucks.
I sleep bad.
Like, I have insomnia too, and it's like I don't like taking the medicine. We talked about this before. I don't like taking the medicine. Yo, I literally. This is gonna sound creepy and weird as fuck. I woke up as I was walking up the steps the other day, and I'm like, where am I going? So luckily I had my keys and shit on me, but I was just like, I don't know, I guess the cold air woke me up, because I was like, why am I outside? I was like, oh my god, so I can't take that shit.
Did you have your keys?
Yes.
Oh, that's good, at least.
I had mine and yours. So. But,
we got about 5 minutes left. Wrap it up.
So much rage. But, nah, like, my sleep pattern was terrible.
Yeah, I actually, a couple times over the course of the past few months, I've woken up like in a movie where my mouth was closed and I like all of a sudden couldn't breathe and I was like,
I hate that shit.
like I'm gonna die.
Do you have sleep apnea?
I don't know.
I feel like you should get tested.
My grandfather does. Is that hereditary?
Possibly.
I think my dad might.
I know when I found out, it was so annoying because I went to the doctors and I'm telling them like, yo, look, I'm tired. I was like, I slept for 8 hours. I feel like I didn't sleep for 4 days. She goes, you're young, you're fine, you're young. I was like, no, dog. I know my body. I was young, I played sports. I know when I'm tired, I'm not. This is weird, it's something different. So she didn't believe me. Sent me home. I come back. She was like, you're getting fat. She told me I was fat. And I'm like, well, thanks. She was like, because I gained like a shit ton of weight when I went back. This motherfucker gonna say, do you snore in your sleep? How the fuck am I supposed to know that? I'm asleep. So they gave me a test to go home. I took the test. It came up, what is it called? They couldn't figure out if it was just or no, so I had to go do a sleep test overnight. I feel bad about this part because the next day I woke up, they were like saying my name on the speaker or whatever, and
I think we kind of wrapped it up quick.
Cool. So they were saying my name on the speaker. I asked him why. The doctor said he tried to like fix my mask. I took it off my sleep and I gripped him up out of my sleep. So yeah, that's what happened.
We're going to take a quick break.
All right.
Then we'll plug ourselves.
That's his favorite thing to do.
We'll be back.
All right, we're back. What up, y'all? We back. All right, it's time for us to put our plugs in.
We're going to plug ourselves.
Oh, yeah. All right. So you can, check me out on Facebook, Patrick Newell, or TikTok, Pat on the Cam. So that's PATONDA, as in duh, Cam, CAM. And then, Instagram. So NoblemenStudios. That's it for me. This guy got Twitter, Twitter, TikTok, and everything else.
Facebook.
Yeah. Kyle
Bain.
Bang, bang.
Instagram.
What?
Bain's Film Reviews.
Do that.
TikTok.
Do it.
Bain's Film Reviews.
Sorry. My bad. Wait, I was excited for you.
Twitter. Bain's Film Review. Just one. You can go to my website, Bain's Film Reviews. You can find me on Film Threat. If you Google Film Threat, Kyle Bain. We also have an email that you can email us at. Pat won't see it. I'm in charge, so
yeah,
he can't read, so that's probably good.
I was elected to lead, not to read.
It's CinemaAv1, CinemaAv and the number 1 at gmail.com. And then we also now have a TikTok that you can check out.
Oh, that's cool.
It's also CinemaAv1. And
that's strange.
Very good.
He was like,
very, very good.
Yeah, he won. I got it right.
You want to go through all mine again?
Do it up. Psych.
I really don't want to.
Nah,
you got it now.
Yeah, but follow us.
The important ones now are CinemaAv1 at gmail.com and CinemaAv1 on TikTok. Check us out on Spotify. Check us out on YouTube.
By the way, yeah, like you said before, email us. You got anything you want to talk about, any comments, feel free to say what you want to say. Positive, negative, doesn't really matter. We're going to come at you if you come at us.
You can mean tweet us. That's fine.
Mean tweet.
Do it up.
Do it up.
I assume most of them would be for Pat.
Fuck it. Don't give a damn. Do what you gotta do. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Peace.